Hi, Jules here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, August 27th, the last Tuesday in August. I can't remember exactly where I was this time last week or Wednesday morning when I recorded last. Can't remember if it was Wednesday or Tuesday, actually. I think it was Wednesday. On the disappearing 9-patch Halloween quilt, but this is where I am now. So I did cut up the 9 patches and rearrange them into what I feel like is the final layout before I add the rest of the sashing. I may have to piece some sashing, but I think I got this done, I don't know, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and I haven't worked on it since then. My wrist started bothering me. Whenever I do manual, like rotary cutting, my left wrist bothers me from holding the ruler firm. I know some people have trouble with their rotary cutter hand, but with me it's the hand that holds the ruler. So I had to give that a break. And then over the weekend I had a coworker who I did some knitting. I haven't done any knitting in a while. I had a coworker that wanted an arm warmer, just one, with the AC on at work. Something to do with where her desk is situated. She has one arm that is always cold. So I said, I'm on it, knowing that I had some of that Bernat blanket, really super soft, super chunky yarn left from when I made that cowl during the winter. Apparently that's a symbol for cowl. And so I used pretty much the rest of that to make it, and I can't remember if I took a picture or not, and I've given it to her. I will go look and see if I have one on my phone. If I did not take a picture, then just know that it was super chunky yarn. I knit it flat and then sewed it together. And I did it in a 1x1 rib. So it was just a single rib knit. And she says it fits perfectly. So there you have it. If I have a picture, I'll put it in at the end, but I don't know if I got one taken or not. And then the only other thing, I haven't done anything else crafty. That's it. Been working on troubleshooting the stitch regulator that I bought for my FOF and the frame, and still not having any luck. So I've been chatting with my buddy Jason at Grace Company in tech support, and he just sent me another thing to try, so I'll try that probably in the morning. But so far not working too great, so I guess I'll be thinking of a backup plan, which will be likely using my original speed regulator, which is not a great solution, but I can at least keep it on at continuous speed and meander some quilts to get them done. So that'll be a thing, I guess, while I figure out what I'm going to do next. And while I'm waiting, you know, I try something out, and then I either call when I'm at work or I email him what's going on, and then he sends me something else to try. So far we've swapped out the control box, we've swapped out all the cables. So now it's just trying various little sort of sequence of events, like sequence of doing each thing, unplugging and plugging in and all that kind of stuff to see if that works. I may, you know, my machine works fine with the pedal, but there may be some problem with it. Even though this is supposed to work with my machine, there may be some sort of problem with it communicating with my machine. I can't get a refund. I'm not super thrilled with the one option so far I've been presented by the dealer, so which is basically, you know, use it, trade in the Sure Stitch as a down payment toward, you know, a $2,000 used long arm they're not getting any more of my money. So, so that's not going to happen. So, what I would love is to be able to try it with a different machine. But I don't have one that has a separate power cord. All of my other machines are vintage machines, older, you know, 60s, 70s. And they don't have the right kind of plug for either the 3-prong or the single prong, because the Sure Stitch came with both options, and it gives you the instructions on how to change the jumpers in the control box. There's a couple of Genomes, several Genomes, there's a couple of Jukis, several Jukis, supposedly that will work with this, but I don't know anybody that has those machines, so we'll see. It's kind of a bummer of a video, isn't it? Anyway, meanwhile, I love how this is coming. I just haven't worked on it in a while. And then this weekend, I was really lazy on Saturday, and I knew I was going to be not getting a lot of sleep Sunday night because I went to a rock show. Haven't been to a concert in a really long time, and I got tickets to Heart, and who I've always wanted to see, and I've never had. I had tickets once before, and I ended up in the hospital the day of the show many years ago, and so my sister went. It was supposed to be me and her. So I got tickets this time, and she got into town a week ago, and so she was able to go with me, and it was awesome. We had a great sister date, as we called it. I haven't seen her since December, and it was fun to just be the two of us having fun at a rock concert. The opening act was Elle King. We didn't get to see her, but we did get to hear her while we were in line to get in. And Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and then of course Heart, which was just amazing. And they did a cover of a Yes song, and they covered Stairway to Heaven, and of course did their hits, you know, some of their biggest hits. And if you are friends with me on Facebook, I did a whole lot of Facebook Live, so video, because I'm a dork. And sometimes I was singing loudly, and you can hear me on the phone, or you can hear my sister or the two of us talking or whatever, because I was forgetting that, camera has microphone on. Anyway, that's it. I have already watched all your videos, so unless there's new ones posted since this afternoon, I hope to have some more crafty type stuff to show next week, and I hope everybody has as good a week as you can. See you next week in September. Bye!